first we will chant Om together for a minute and then I'll start. Let us chant Om together. Om. Which one is correct? See, the first one, those who study Vedanta, you will see it is Dvaita Vedanta. You are the master, I am your servant. Different relations are possible. And you are my friend. Arjuna says to Krishna, you are my friend. Hanuman says, Dasa, I am your servant. Arjuna says, I am your friend. Now Yashoda says, you are my child. And Radha says, you are my beloved. So different attitudes are possible. That is the devotee's approach. The approach of the devotee, the lover of God. Or you can say, you are everything, I am a small part of it. Vishishta-dvaita. So you have Vishishta-dvaita. The relationship between Jivatma and Paramatma is whole and part. Purna and Amsha. Shesha and Sheshi. We say Sheshanam, so Sheshi. Lord is Sheshi, we are Shesha, so part of it. And Advaita Vedanta. Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. Hanuman is saying, yes, I am you, you are me. In another place, whenever we do Ram Nam, we chant the name of Hanuman, we offer pranams to Hanuman, we chant in the words of Hanuman. What does he say? What is Sri Rama to me? Sri Name Janaki Name Abheda Paramatmani Tathapi Mama Sarvasva Sri Rama Kamalalochana. Sri is Janakinath, Ramachandra. And Hanuman says, Aveda Paramatma. They are one and the same. There is one consciousness, which is Ishvara, Bhagavan, which is Avatar, Ramachandra, and which is the Bhakta, Hanuman. Aveda Paramatma. However, Hanuman says, but one condition, he says, Tathapi mama sarvasva Sri Rama Kamalalochana. I know it is one reality. I know Aham Brahmasmi. But for me, Sri Rama with the lotus eyed Sri Rama is everything for me. That is Bhakti. Well, you might say, which one is correct? Which one is correct? Advaitin will say Aham Brahmasmi is correct. Vishishtadvaitin will say Apurna and Amsha, face-to-face relationship is correct. The Dvaita Vedantin will say Dasa and Prabhu, relationship of servant and Lord is correct. Hanuman says Itime Nishchitamati. All three are correct. All three are correct. But from three perspectives. As Hanuman, I am servant, eternally your servant. As Jivatma, I am part of you. As Paramatma, Satchidananda, we are one reality. Yesterday and day before yesterday we talked about Advaita Vedanta. So that seems to be very direct. I realize that I am not the body, not the mind. Siddhananda Rupa Shivoham. Then what is the need for all this? What is the need for bhakti? What is the need for temple, vigraha, puja? The answer is, why is bhakti so popular? If Advaita is a direct fact, straightforward, then why is bhakti so popular? The reason, there is a reason. There is a very profound reason. If Advaita were so straightforward, so easy, so direct, we would see many more Brahmagyanis. How many Jivan Muktas are walking around? Very, very few. In each age, there will be some, but there are very few. It is not easy. The entry condition, Advaita Vedanta, they say it's a bigger ask. Very high SAT score they will ask. Before you enter, they will say, Advaita says, to enter into Advaita we need fourfold qualifications. Viveka, the discrimination, the discernment between eternal and non-eternal, Nitya, Nitya Vastu Viveka. Vairagya, complete renunciation of the world. Then discipline, Shama, control, calmness of the mind. Dhamma, control of the body. Titiksha, ability to withstand all sorts of difficulties in my spiritual pursuit. Samadhana, calmness of mind. Uparati, withdrawal from too much external engagements. Shraddha, so Shraddha is a deep faith in Shastra and Guru. And then intense mumukshutva, intense desire for freedom. Sri Ramakrishna used to cry every day. The mother, one more day has gone, but I have not got the vision. He would fall down on the ground and rub his feet, his face on the sand and cry, sunset has come, one more day has gone, I have not seen you, mother. That kind of intense mumukshutva, Vyakulata is necessary. Now most of us, we don't have it. We have some of it. It's not that we don't have it, we have some of it. So for example, you are here today, nice Sunday morning, you could have relaxed at home. But no, you have come here to attend this worship of the Lord, Abhishekam here in the temple. So there is Vairagya for the world. There is a Viveka, the eternal reality is there, everything else is transitory. There is a discipline to come here and sit quietly and attend. So all that we have to some extent. But Vedanta wants Advaita Vedanta wants a very high level. Whereas if you compare Bhakti, devotion, in Bhakti, no conditions are set. Just come, add God to your life. Advaita Vedanta will say you have to make very big changes to your life before Advaita will start for you. But devotion, Bhakti, the way of devotion to the Lord says, you don't have to make any change in your life. Just do one thing. Whatever your life is, add God to it. Add Ishvara, Bhagavan, invite God into your life. There's a very nice story. A wandering monk came to a person's house and he said, just give me a little bit of place to stay. Just a little bit of place to stay. They said, maybe that room, small room, guest room is there, stay there. So monk went and stayed there. He said, but I have Gopala, so I need one special corner for Gopala. Okay, that corner you take. Next day in the morning you see, before you go in your garden, all the nice flowers he's picking for Gopala. You're getting ready to cook your meal. So wait. First, Gopal has to be with the bread. And so one corner of the kitchen has to be set aside for Gopal. Slowly Gopal will take over your life. That's what happens. Bhakti, it spreads across your life. And it's a great blessing. It's a great blessing. This is called in Sanskrit Bhikshu Pada Prasarana Nyaya. The Bhikshu, the wandering beggar, the wandering monk, he is stretching out his legs. So he is covering more and more of your life. That way we invite Bhagavan into our lives. Bhagavan slowly covers more and more of your life. Suppose you had not come here. Today. What would you have done at home? Some nonsense or the other. There is no doubt about it. So, this is much better. Ishvara is everywhere. At home also, here also. But there the Upadhi is Raja. Here it's also Upadhi here. But Upadhi here, the name and form here is Sattvic. It's a direct doorway to the divinity. That's why Bhakti is much easier. It's much easier to catch the Lord this way. The worship that we do here, Sri Ramanujacharya, the great Acharya of Vishishtadvaita Vedanta, Sri Vaishnavism, he says, the Lord is present. Where is God? Where is Ishvara? First and foremost, God is present as Narayana in Vaikuntha. As Narayana in Vaikuntha with Lakshmi, with Sri, Bhagavan is present. On Sheshanagar, that is one. But then that is very far from us. We have no access to it. We only believe in it. Second, the Ishvara is present as the Antaryami, is present in the hearts of all beings. Second, as Antaryami, as in the hearts of all beings. But even that only yogis can see. We can only believe. Try to meditate, mind is distracted. Third, Ishvara Bhagavan is so kind, Narayana is so kind that he comes as a human being, avatar, as Krishna, as Gopala, in a human form, in human history, as Rama avatar, as Krishna avatar, God comes as avatar. So, for dharma sthapana, for adharma nasha. So, avatar comes into this world and in a particular name and form, like Krishna as Rama, which we can see, which we can worship, which we can play with, interact with, worship. And even that, you would say, avatar had come, I missed my opportunity. I did not see Rama, I did not see Krishna. Now only Bhakti has got. Again, fourth, Narayana in Vaikuntha, one. Antaryami in our hearts, two. Avatar, Rama, Krishna, and many avatars, three. Four, there is a special avatar which is called Yuga. That is happened only once. That is in Bhagavatam, you will find. When Krishna became many Krishnas, one Krishna for each gopi. So that's another extra grace, that you have your own personal Krishna. Now, but where will we get it? Where will we get it? Now, here, today. So the fifth one, Ramanujacharya says, he says Archya Avatar. Archya Avatar. What is Archya Avatar? When you establish the deity like this, and with full formality, daily worship is done, and all the formalities and rituals are observed, then Bhagavan has a special manifestation in the Archya, in the Murti, in the Vikrama. So it is not a symbol of God, it is not an image of God. According to Ramanujacharya, it is actually the presence of the divine. As you would find Narayana in Vaikuntha, as you find yogis find Narayana in the hearts, the Antaryami, as Krishna played with the gopis in Vrindavan, or was in Kurukshetra with Arjuna, as Krishna played with the gopis in the Ras Leela, so also Krishna is present, Narayana is present in this Archya Vigraha. Archya means worship. So when it is worshipped daily in a temple, or if you have a shrine in your house, that there is a special manifestation of the divine there. Actual manifestation of divine. So when you are worshipping the Lord in the image, not symbol, not image, Bhagavan Swayam is present there. And that's how we must approach the Vigraha. When we come into the divine presence, the grand presence of the Lord, we must come with an attitude. As Arjuna stood in 11th chapter of Gita in front of Vishwarupa Darshana. His every hair was standing on their head. Like that we must come in presence of the Lord here. Bhakti, the greatness of Bhakti. In Naradiya Bhakti Sutra it is said, Siddho bhavati, amrito bhavati, tripto bhavati. You become perfect. Bhakti makes you perfect. Bhakti makes you immortal. You attain amritatva. And Bhakti gives you fulfillment. Your heart is full of joy and fulfillment and satisfaction. One sadhu in the Himalayas, he put it so beautifully. He said, Bhakti ki kya mahima hai? What is the glory of Bhakti? Bin sadhan ke siddhi, bin gyan ke amritatva, bin bhog ke tripti. Normally when we say siddhi means perfection. One has to do sadhana. You want samadhi, then that is siddhi. For that long period of meditation is necessary. Similarly, but here he says by bhakti itself, loving God itself is the sadhana. No other sadhana is necessary. Bin sadhan ke siddhi. You will not feel, the beauty of bhakti is, you will not feel that you are doing something very hard. Because you are doing it out of love, out of closeness, affection to the Lord, love to the Lord, devotion to the Lord. There is no strain in it. It is joyous. It is joyful. Your very own. You are loving your very own. So, bin sadhan ke siddhi. Second, we in Vedanta, what do we say? Jnana deva kaivalya. Only when you get jnana. What jnana? Aham brahmasmi. By that jnana alone you will get moksha, not by anything else. Here the sadhu says, bin jnana kya amritatva. Now you must understand carefully, it does not mean that bhaktas are ajnani. But bhaktas are ajnani. Was Mirabai ajnani? Of course not. Where the Alvas ajnani? Of course not. You are all jnanis. But they don't have to go through the process of Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan, the Drisya Vivek, Panchakosh Vivek, Avasthatraya Vivek. Not necessary. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, what is there in your Veda Vedanta has been, my mother has shown me. Ma Kali has shown me what is there in your Veda Vedanta. So, Amritatva Lava. What the Jnani gets as moksha, Bhakta will also get. Happily. Bhakta does not want it, will get it. Bonus. And also it says, bin bhog ke tripti. See, tripti means satisfaction. When we are hungry, we eat food, we get tripti. When we want entertainment, we watch TV or movie, we get tripti. So this is called bhoga. Enjoyment, sense pleasures, enjoyment, and this bhoga, why are we doing it? In order to get some tripti. But that's very temporary. It comes and goes, very uncertain, and ultimately it is not satisfying at all. Anything in the world you will find after some time empty. But this bhakti is such a, they just close the door. They are also having tripti. Don't lock it. So being bhoga ke tripti. Here you don't have to enjoy good food and go to movies and go on vacations. Just the love of God fulfills your heart. One Bhakta said, even if you cry for God, that is more pleasurable, more satisfying than all the joys of the world. For tears shed for the love of God, shed tears for Krishna, that is more satisfying, more enjoyable than all the pleasures of the world. Have you noticed one thing that we do here? These rituals. Someone asked, what is the use of the rituals? We do a lot of rituals here. One of our great Swamis, Swamy Ashokanandaji, who was a great Advaitin, he said, I find ritualistic worship very helpful. What is ritual? He says it is concrete philosophy. Concrete philosophy. If you look at the mantras, if you see the meanings of the mantras, it is Vedanta. It is Vedanta you are practicing in this form. You are concretizing it. One of the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Turiyanandaji, said, Vivekananda could say, Aham Brahmasmi, so aham. Someone like Vivekananda, he can say, honestly, I am that. But it does not come so easily to us. He was a great Vedanta. He also says, it does not come so easily to us. I prefer to say, you my Lord, tu, not so aham. You are, my Lord, you are the Lord. You, not I. So that is bhakti. Now what is the meaning of these rituals? One formula we should learn. try to see God in human beings. My Lord, my Gopala, my Krishna is in my little son. I see Krishna in my son. I am divinizing the mother or father-son relationship. My divine mother, Durga, Kali, Parvati is in my little daughter. So I am seeing the divine in my son or daughter. See the divine in father and mother. The divine in husband and wife. The divine in the guest, Aditi Devo Bhava. So the principle in Hinduism is to divinize our human relationships. And opposite, humanize our divine relationship. Humanize our divine relationship. How do we treat God? Like a human being. Why? Because when you treat God like a human being, He becomes closer to you. She becomes closer to you. Otherwise, what will happen is, like Arjuna, I am terrified, I am scared. But we are not scared because God is our own. In love, there is no fear. So what do we do with God? We will bathe God, we will clothe God, we will decorate God, we will put scent on God, and we will do arati of the Lord. And we will offer food, all delicious food, and that we will take as prasada. So we are treating God like the most beloved human being. And that brings God closer to us, brings Bhagavan closer to us. Humanize your divine relationship and divinize your human relationship. That is the formula. Let me conclude by telling you a little story about Ramanujacharya, which you can relate to today. Sri Ramanujacharya in Srirangam, which is the temple of Vishnu, of Narayana, the same Lord we are worshipping here. Sri Ramanujacharya was advanced in age by that time. You know, he lived to 120 years. So he was advanced in age, and many disciples he had. Grihastha disciples, Sannyasi disciples. And in the Sri Lankan temple, just like today, a great Abhisheka was going on. And in that, you know, the Utsava Murtis, like we have today procession, the Utsava Murtis were taken in procession. Thousands of people are gathered. Remember, this story is 1000 years ago. Thousands of people are gathered. A very festive, divine occasion. Sri Ramanujacharya was surrounded by his sannyasi disciples, household disciples. He is also watching the procession, the Utsava Murti. But they noticed one young man, powerfully built young man, standing in one crowd, holding an umbrella. And that time also umbrella was there. So, holding an umbrella over the head of a young girl. Maybe it was very sunny at that time. And he is looking at that girl only. People were saying, what is he doing in this holy occasion? What is he doing? Why is he behaving like this? Ramanuja also saw that. And he told his disciples, go and call that young man. They were thinking, why is Acharya interested in that fellow? Anyway, he has commanded, so they went. And they said, what is your name? And who is this girl? And why are you holding an umbrella over this girl and looking at her? So he said, my name is Dhanurdasa. I am a wrestler. And this girl is Hemampa. And she has the most beautiful pair of eyes in the world. So I am looking at her eyes all the time. And others were saying, shame, why is he speaking like this in the middle of a temple? But Ramanuja has called you, Ramanujacharya has called you, please come with us. So immediately he put down that umbrella and he went, bowed down to Ramanujacharya, and he told Ramanuja, asked him the same question. Why are you looking at her? She has the most beautiful pair of eyes in the world. Then Ramanuja said, if I show you even more beautiful pair of eyes, will you come and see? He said, yes, I will come. Then come today in the evening, when the arati of the Lord Narayana is going on, in the Sri Lankan temple, you come inside. I will show you the most beautiful pair of eyes in the universe. Will they allow me inside? Yes, say that I have called you. The priest will allow you inside. Then again he said, alright, I will come. Again he went and held the umbrella over the girl's head. Then in the evening, he came into the temple and arati is going on. And the flame, you know, it's very dark in the Garbhagriha, in the ancient temples. So, you can only see the feet of the Lord, the waist of the Lord, the chest of the Lord, the face of the Lord, when the flame light of the arati flame falls on the face of the Lord. So, as the light of the arati flame, the light fell on the face of Sri Vishnu, Sri Narayana, Ramanuja caught hold of the hand of Dhanurdasa and said, look, the most beautiful pair of eyes in the universe. Dhanurdasa looked And no longer it was an image, it was the living face of God. And Lord Narayana Vishnu looked at him. As he had looked at Arjuna in the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, like that, Narayana looked at Dhanurdasa. Immediately Dhanurdasa went into Samadhi. Every hair of his body stood on there. Ramanujacharya went into Samadhi. And the priests who were gathered around, they were astonished at this. Of course, you know the story. Later on, Dhanurdasa, he became a great devotee. He married Himama, both of them. They are very important in the story of Ramanujacharya. It is said, I've forgotten the original shloka, I'll find out. It is said, if you look on the face of Sri Hari in the light of the Arati lamp, today it was just now going on. If you look on the face of Sri Hari in the light of the Arati lamp, with devotion, with faith and devotion, the sins of 1,000 lifetimes are wiped away in one instance. It is the original shloka is there. So with that attitude we approach. How beautiful the Lord looked when the snana was done, and when again the kumkum and the other, all the other ingredients were put on the Lord. What an amazing the glory, vibhuti you can see in the Lord's face. So this is bhakti. It is an easy, direct way. Both it is said, Swarga Apavarga Upaya. Swarga, the mantra we were doing the Sudarshan Homa there. The mantra says, Swarga Apavarga Upaya. The way you will get Apavarga Moksha. Those who want Moksha will get Moksha. Those who are not yet ready for Moksha will have a happy, peaceful, healthy life here. After death, you will attain to Swarga, and after that, again a better human life. So, your spiritual journey will continue. The blessings of the Lord are there. If you one thing the Lord is very careful. If you pray to the Lord will give you what you want. Vivekananda says, never ask for anything because you will get it. The more you ask, more trapped you will get. One thing the Lord is very careful about, bhakti. He does not usually easily give love of God because there is one thing He cannot refuse. If you love God, if you love the Lord, then the Lord cannot refuse anything to you. Say, I love you, my Lord, and I don't want anything else. So that is the higher bhakti. We all have bhakti, but we have a transactional bhakti, shopkeeping bhakti. I will do this, I will offer this, I want something in return. That's also bhakti by the way. Sri Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, I have 4 kinds of devotees. Chaturveda Vajantima. All are punya. Only because of your punyatma, you have devotion to God, faith in God. Artha, those who are in distress. Somebody is ill, some problem is there in life, some suffering is there, we come to the Lord. Alright, that's also good. Arthati, nothing is wrong. I have everything, I want more. That's also alright. And then Jigyasu, the sadhak who wants to realize God. Does God exist? Can I experience God? Sri Ramakrishna. Can I see the Mother Kali? Ma Kali. Vivekananda. Can God be seen? So sadhak, Jigyasu, 3rd kind of devotee. They also worship me, Krishna says. 4th kind, he says, Jnanicha. Those who are siddha, those who have become enlightened, they also worship. And their worship is the real worship because for them God is real. We are proceeding on faith. Because the wise ones, rishis and siddhas have told us, we are worshipping like that. And we feel also. But for the siddhas, God is actually real. It's a living reality for them. All 4 are bhakti. But there is a difference between lower bhakti and higher bhakti. We all are bhaktas, but we must move from the lower bhakti to higher bhakti. What is lower bhakti? God for my life. What is higher bhakti? My life for God. See, God for my life is like a convenience. Dishwasher, convenience. Wi-Fi, convenience. Very big convenience. I have seen in New York, homeless person sitting outside of the store, big store. Why is he sitting like that? Because free Wi-Fi is there. The homeless person, but Wi-Fi is there. So, like that we add God to our life because it makes our life easier. The support is there. And it's not wrong. It's a very wise thing to do. If you are not interested in God realization, jnana, bhakti, alright. But you will be very wise to add God to your life. Extremely wise. But that is lower bhakti. The higher bhakti is not that I want God to satisfy my desires. Rather, I don't want anything in the world. I want God only. I want the Lord only. I love God for for the sake of loving God. So, this is the higher bhakti, and we must all move to that. We may think that what will we eat, what will we wear? Lord has said, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. I will carry everything to you. I will carry. Whatever you need, I will carry on my own head for you. Jagannath Mishra was a great Pandit. He was writing commentary in Gita. When he comes, actually whole Mahabharata he wrote. When he came to Gita, he says, Bhagavan, time is up. So, he came to that line. Sri Krishna is saying, Yoga Kshema Vahamyam. I will carry what the devotees need. Whatever they have, I will protect. And what they need, I will carry for them. They don't have to worry about the world. Not that you will become millionaire or billionaire, but simple life, good life you will get. There is no harm in that. I have no doubt about that. This Jagannath Mishra was writing the commentary. He thought, Lord will carry. Lord will not carry. This is not right. He said, Vaham carry means I will give. Dadamyam. So he cut it out. He cut it out and he wrote Dadamyam. Now he came home that day and he found in his house, there was a poor Brahmin. He used to get alms from people. For all sorts of wonderful food is there. And his wife was standing there very angry. She said to him, that sweet young boy who came with all this food, he said that you have sent it, but I saw one red stripe on his back, as if someone is hitting with a cane. I asked, who has hit you? Such a beautiful young boy. He said, your husband has hit you. Then Jagannath Mishra realized with red ink he had cut out Vahamyam. Krishna actually bore all that food, all the food which he had got it on his head and gave it to his wife. But he says, your husband has beaten me there. So he immediately realized Krishna means he will carry, he will give us whatever we need. So that higher bhakti we will move towards love of God for the sake of love of God. If you love God for the sake of loving God, you will get everything. If you love God for getting something, you will get nothing. If you love God just for God, just for Bhagavan, just for Krishna, just for Narayana, then everything you need in the life and much more than what we need, you will get. I have seen Bhaktas always say, I am very lucky. I have got much more than I could have ever imagined in my life. Give up all your worries, anxiety, tension at the feet of the Lord and love the Lord with your full heart. Life will become, as the Naradiya Bhakti Sutra says, Siddho bhavati, amrito bhavati, tripto bhavati. Heart will be full of joy, full of peace, and you will radiate that joy and peace. People around you, in your family and others, what happened to her? Why, how she has transformed? What great peace is there, joy is there. Ma Sharada used to say, she had a very hard life. Ma Sharada used to say, I do not know what sorrow is. She would say about Sri Ramakrishna, he has established a picture, Kalash, picture of joy, bliss in my heart, Amrita in my heart. I do not know what sorrow is. So in the middle of all the ups and downs of life, we will say, I am very happy. Tripto bhavati. I pray to the Lord Narayana, to the Divine Mother, to Sri Ganesha, to Mahadeva, Shiva, to all the deities. Same deity, same Saguna Brahma, in all these forms. May the Lord shower His blessings on all of us here today. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. I remember in our ashram in Lucknow, big ashram, Ramakrishna Mission ashram is there. So one big function was there. And some, I think Chief Minister was supposed to come. Some politicians, especially in India, they never come on time. So one Swamiji was singing opening song. And the head Swami was standing in the gate to see when the guest will come. And he is saying from the gate, one more song. Because they have to keep on singing until the VIP. So here VIP is not Chief Minister, VIP is there behind her. Yes. Alright, what is the question? Yes. The question is, how can we evolve from?
I am Rajeshwari from Florida, and my question to Swamiji is, we all have lower bhakti, there is no doubt, so we are here instead of watching cricket. But how can one step by step evolve from lower to higher bhakti? Ananya bhakti, I don't want anything but God.
Yes. The Jnani's answer will be Vairagya, dispassion. But the Bhakta's answer is not that. The Bhakta's answer is that, yes, somebody must ask a question. Can you take it? Raise your hand. You have to be aggressive about raising your hand so that we can see you.
Last 3 questions.
The Bhakta's answer is, why do we want anything? Why do we want anything? We want anything because it gives us joy, it gives us satisfaction, it gives us thrifty. But unfortunately, whatever we want in the world, if we get it, suppose we get it, money, family, job, all of them come with their troubles. You will get some happiness there, but it is not enough. You will still be, not fulfilled. You will be unfulfilled. You will be disappointed. One sadhu said, "Kitno ko hum dekhe hain, they were born in front of me, grew up in front of me, got a good education in front of me, got a nice job, got married in front of me, the children were born, the children also grow up. Every stage, complain. I don't have that, I don't have this, why God is treating me like this?" But I am seeing, the sadhu is saying, I am seeing from a distance, from birth till now, old age, I am seeing the same person. How much God has given, try to look at that. But things in the world are not deeply satisfying. They are not lastingly satisfying. Anityam, sarvam anityam. Whatever has come will go away. Whatever has come will go away. So it is not deeply satisfying. Sri Ramakrishna says it's like 1 and zeros. You put as many zeros together, total value 0. So the things which we get in the world, if we think, if I get it, I will really be happy. But we find, no, after we get it, okay, I want something else. We move on to something else, the next thing very quickly. Sri Ramakrishna says if you add 1 before the zeros, then every zero gets its value. 1 has its own value, then every zero will get its value. So the 1 is God, Ishvara, Bhagavan, whichever way, catch hold of God, then everything else will be fine. Family, job, health, wealth, whatever it is you need in the world. So, in the world, we want things because it makes us happy, but not totally fulfilled. So, there are only 2 states in the world. Unfulfilled or frustrated. If I get what I want, I will not be fulfilled totally. I will still be dissatisfied. And if I don't get what I want, frustrated. But Ishvara, Bhagavan, the more I go towards God, the more my thrifty, my satisfaction, my joy increases. When I realize that, I will begin to see, I really don't want anything else in the world. I have got enough. Everything else, in Hindi there is a phrase, 19 19 or 20. What's the difference? Between 19 and 20, only this much. I have got this much $1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 19 or 20. That much difference. You say, no, some big difference is there. Then a long time is there for you to experience. After some time you realize only species, not much difference. So when I get, but more I go towards God, real, lasting, a high kind of joy I get. As I want that more and more, I will move from this sakama bhakti to nishkama bhakti. Love for love's sake, the sake of love. And that is very sweet, very fulfilling. Tell us your name and ask the question.
My name is Padmaya and I'm a If a person attains a state of mind as Vedanta Advaita, so if they achieve that kind of state of mind, how can he support by himself? How can he support himself, like a food and other things?
2 things. Until a very high state like Samadhi, until that state, a spiritual person is fully functional. It's not that a spiritual person is dysfunctional. So a person can be in the world. Krishna teaches Arjuna to fight the battle and be a yogi at the same time. So I think one of the reasons why Gita is set in the battlefield, what's the worst activity human beings can do? War. Worst activity. In the middle of that war also one can be spiritual. That means one can be spiritual in your household, in your job, in your community, in the family. One can certainly be spiritual. If you look at the lives of say Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharada especially, in the middle of so many, read the life of Ma Sharada, in the middle of so many responsibilities, so many activities, how peaceful she was, how joyful she was. She did everything, morning till night. Fully happy, very engaged in life, and yet extremely pure, happy, elevated. So it is possible. Now you are saying there are some states, like in deep samadhi, person will become unaware of, not attentive to, food, other things. In that case, God will provide. We have read about Ravana Maharshi, how after his first experience he became absorbed, he went underground in a temple. And there was somebody else who would forcefully feed him, come and feed him, otherwise he would have died. So, then it is the Lord's responsibility. Bhagavan himself will take care of it. We have seen sadhus, senior sadhus, elderly, old monks who become physically unwell. They don't have family, they don't have money. How are they so happy? And who takes care of them in their old age? Lord takes. We have seen again and again. Yes. Anybody else?
Swamiji, Namaste. My name is Vishnu. There is a couplet which I normally pray to, and I like to talk about it for a couple of minutes. Aksharam Paramam Brahma Jyoti Rupam Sanatana Gunatītam Nirākāram Svekshamayam.
Aksharam Paramam Brahma Jyoti Rupam Sanatana. Then?
Gunatītam
Nirākāram
Svekshamayam Anantaram.
Svekshamayam
Anantaram.
Anantara. Whole Advaita Vedanta can be packed into this. Not only into 2-3 minutes. Each word you have to give one separate lecture.
And that's the last question. Thank you.
Yes. Jyoti Rupa means that's why we use light here as consciousness, nature of consciousness. Yes. But that will take a whole Vedanta course is packed into this. Advaita Vedanta. Yes. Another lady had raised her hand.
I am Brahma. So when doing the japa, that nama japa will be heard after some time also. So is it an illusion or an inner voice, or how should we?
What is an illusion?
Maya. In Telugu we say alapana. Is it an alapana or like somebody?
No. When we repeat the mantra and we visualize, see, initially it is our imagination. I visualize Krishna in my heart. I visualize Shiva in my heart, and I repeat the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. That is an exercise. I am doing it with the use of my imagination. But it is not kalpana. It is not a kind of illusion. Because the Lord Bhagavan is actually there. And we are unable to see it. But with this practice, after some time, effortlessly, without our imagination, it will become clear. I have known such people who have actually seen Bhagavan in their heart. And for them it is effortlessly present. One very senior Swamy of our order, Swamy Gambhirananda, was president of our order. So he said to another senior Swamy who told me that when somebody had said, Gambhirananda Maharaj has realized God, they asked him, have you realized God? He was a very serious man, Gambhir. So he said, what do you mean by God realization? Whenever I close my eyes, I see the living form of Sri Ramakrishna in my heart. So, effortlessly, whenever he closes his eyes, we close our eyes to see darkness. When he closes his eyes, he sees the luminous, living form of Sri Ramakrishna, his Ishta Devata, in his heart. So, it is not imagination. It is an inner reality. Somebody asked, these forms of God we worship, are they imaginations? No, they are as real as this world. As real as this world. As long as we find this world to be real, that is also real. Yes, beyond that is Satchidananda, no doubt. But then this world also will disappear. As long as I feel that you feel I am Rama, this is my world. this is my family, then the Lord is also real. Equally real.
My pranam to you, Swamy. My name is Sarvapriyananda. This is a general question that I would like to ask because we have been here in the US for so long. It's been such a journey to really instill or make the kids believe in God. You know, it is important that they have God with them. You know, and it's been such a hard journey for me, and I'm sure there are many others. So what is your answer for that? How do you do that?
I fully sympathize with you, and I see this across the world, in all Hindu communities across the world. In India also, but in India sort of the atmosphere is there which takes care of it to some extent. But raising children in a non-Hindu community in the world, it's difficult, it's a struggle. Because it's an alien environment and we don't have any support. Other religions, for example, have their own system of teaching their religion to their children. We don't generally do that. We leave it to the family or community to do that. So what one must do is learn yourself first and catch them young, start young. And if you can organize, like this Hindu temple, they are Bal Vikas here. Yesterday I went to Om Ashram, the Om Ashram school. So these are very positive sides that the Hindu community is organizing. There is a limit to what parents can do. But if you organize as a community, there is no limit to what you can do. That is the power of organization. Another thing, teach the children. Suppose children, and especially teenagers will say, I don't believe in all that sort of thing. I know parents came in tears. My daughter was fine till she went to college. Now she comes and says, you're all from third world. You're not cool. So now all the friends in the college are cool and the professors are cool. And what they're teaching is mostly nonsense. So anyway, that apart. Now, what can you do at that time? I like this. In New York, there's a big Jewish community. Very large, powerful Jewish community. Many of them told me, we don't believe in religion. In what our religion is teaching us, actually I don't believe, but I fully support my religion. Why? Because I am a cultural Jew. I am Jewish by culture and I preserve my culture. I will give the money, my dues to the synagogue. I will support the synagogue. I will support the rabbi. I will go to all the ceremonies. I will go to and I will read the Torah. I will keep all the observances. Why? It is part of my ancient culture and we are being persecuted for it. I will protect it. Even if I don't personally believe in all that. Similarly, our Hindu children now, suppose they don't believe in all. Suppose, there might be a phase in their lives. But he said, you should have to tell them, what is it that you own them? In this country, what do you represent? What do you have? You are nothing without your culture. And how sad, it is the most ancient living religion in the world. It is the richest living religion in the world, the deepest, most profound. Vivekananda stood up here in Chicago in the World Parliament of Religions, 1893, 11 September, and he said, I am speaking to you on behalf of the mother of all religions, the most ancient of all religions, the mother of all religions. So, preserve that culture. Suppose you don't believe, it doesn't matter. Preserve that culture. It makes you what you are. Without that, you are completely poverty-stricken. You stand for nothing, zero. It makes you what you are, and it's also something you can pass on to the next generation. This is a debt, a rishi ring, this is called. The debt we owe to our ancestors and the sages who set forth this stream of Sanatana Dharma. So we must learn as much as we can. Learn in English, many books are available now. Vivekananda's complete works available now. Keep a set at home, read it, and tell children. And explain it to them in terms of what is rational and what is beneficial. Kids are they will not listen if you say something which is not satisfying their intellect. It's the most rational religion. You want argument, come from Advaita Vedanta. Even the greatest philosophers, they acknowledge defeat in front of Advaita Vedanta. Advaita, Sankhya, Buddhism. So, even reason, there is no problem at all if you want rationality. So, introduce this religion to them as rational. Teenagers. Children, just introduce it to them. Teenagers as rational and beneficial. See the benefit of yoga. See the benefit of meditation in this day of distraction. The power of focus. See the benefit of karma yoga, service to the community. See the benefit of Ayurveda. They are all very beneficial for human life. So when the kids speak, I can use it for my life. My life will become better. It will become interesting. Alright, thank you so much.
So that's a wonderful discourse by Swamiji. One big one.